Yo, welcome people, it's your boy Shyko plays. So we are literally around the corner from the launch of Tekken 8. We just had the final TWT tournament for Tekken 7. So there's a lot of newcomers who are interested in being in the scene, whether as a viewer or a player. So I wanted to quickly go over some terminology that we use in the Tekken scene that you may have heard either commentators or your favorite streamer use, so you lot can understand what the hell we are even talking about. So in this video, we are gonna go over what frame data is. So you may have heard players or commentators use phrases such as safe on block, that was a perfect / optimal punish, that's punishable, that's -12, etc, etc. All of these terms all refer to frame data. So let's explain what that is. So what is frame data? Frame data describes how much advantage or disadvantage a character is at after a move they perform is on block or hit. Now, to understand frame data in more detail, we have to understand what even a frame is. So, most fighting games run at 60 FPS or 60 frames per second. So, one frame is equal to 1/60th of a second. In Tekken, the fastest move typically is a jab, which comes at 10 frames, or we say I10 to shorten it. So that means a jab in Tekken comes out at 10/60th or 1/6th of a second. So essentially you can look at frames as how fast a move comes out. Now I'm going to quickly show you a video that kind of visually shows what I'm speaking about, and hopefully that'll make you understand a bit more on what I'm talking about. So we have a YouTube video pulled up right here, and we're basically you're gonna see Lars do a jab. Now remember, I said jabs in Tekken 7 come out at 10 frames. So I'm literally gonna go through the video frame by frame, and you will notice on the 10th frame that the move lands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right there. So you can see on the 10th frame that the move has now hit and registered and hit Jin. So essentially by frames, you can think of it as how fast your move will come out once you've inputted the input. So hopefully that's like a clear visual on what I'm talking about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the Tekken 7 game. I'm going to just go into a bit more details of certain terminologies and stuff like that. So we're in the training mode of Tekken 7, and basically the first one I'm going to explain to you is what frame advantage / disadvantage is. Now I've got the CPU to do a move, and pay attention to the frame advantage when I block this move that I'm going to have the CPU do. So as you can see on my side, so I'm the one on the right, yeah. So on my side, you can see that when I block the move, that I'm +5 in advantage, and he's -5 in advantage. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to let the CPU do the same move, but then do a jab straight after, and I'm going to do a jab at the same time. And you will notice is that my jab will hit him first before his jab hits mine. So let me just show you quickly. So you see how it says counter hit? So that means my jab is coming out faster than his jab. So you're probably wondering why that is. So essentially both jabs are both I10, but he is at -5. So he is at a frame disadvantage, while I'm +5, while I'm at a frame advantage. So my opponent will have to wait 5 frames before his jab even starts to come out, while my jab will instantly come out at 10 frames. So if we do a little bit of maths, if we take my plus frames and add it to the speed of his jab, which will be I10, that means that he will take a total of 15 frames for his jab to connect, or his jab to come out, whereas my jab is coming out at 10 frames. So that's why my jab will always beat my opponent in this specific situation. So hopefully that makes sense. But just to kind of wrap it up all together, basically because he's in minus frames, he has to recover from his minus frames before he can start the frames of his new attack. So that is the best way to explain it, to make it very, very easy for you guys. So now I'm gonna explain what punishment is, or what it means to be punished, or what a punish is. So I'm gonna have the CPU do a move, and pay attention to, again, his frame advantage when I block this move. So as you can see, that he is minus 12. So essentially what this means is that for 12 frames, the opponent in this case, or the CPU in this case, can't do anything for 12 frames. So if I do a move that is 12 frames fast or less, I will get guaranteed damage on that opponent, and that's basically what punishing. So I'm going to show you, for example, right now. So if I do a jab, you see there that it says punish. So that means that I punished him successfully. I did it too late there. I punished him successfully, and that means I got guaranteed damage on him and he wasn't able to block in time. Now, again, in situations, this is a bit more advanced stuff. If you're like trying to be like a more intermediate advanced players, you always want to do the most optimal punish. So for example, if he's minus 12, you will find your character, you will check if your character either has a move that is 12 frames fast. That will typically do more damage. So for example, Lars has a 12 frame move, so if I block this, you'll see that I got a nice 32 damage and it was a punish. So that is basically what punishment is and what a punish is. Also, again, another termination that people will then typically use is, oh, that's he's minus 12. So for example, Lars here means he's minus 12. So that means he's got minus 12 frames of advantage. He's basically got 12 frames of disadvantage. So that means I have 12 frames to get guaranteed damage on him. So that's what it means when people say that's a punish, or you know, he's minus 12, such and such. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Hopefully I'm explaining it well enough for you to understand. So yeah. So the next time I'm going to explain is safe on block. So as you remember, I said that in Tekken, the fastest move typically is a jab, which comes out at 10 frames. Now, there'll be situations where an opponent will use a move that is where he is less than minus 10. And essentially that means is that you don't get any guaranteed damage on that opponent. So I'm going to have the CPU do a move and you'll see what I mean. So just pay attention to the frame advantage. So as you can see, the opponent is minus 9, and what that means is that no matter what I press after I block this move, I won't be able to get guaranteed damage. So as you can see, he's able to block him down no matter what. And if you look at my start frames, I'm doing a 10 frame move, but I won't be able to get guaranteed damage. So moves like this is what we will coin as safe on block. So hopefully that explains it well and you understand that terminology. So yeah guys, that is the basics of what frame data is and the terminology that's kind of under that umbrella of frame data. I might do a more intermediate / advanced tutorial where we can then talk about what frame traps are and stuff like that, but I won't get into that in this video. We're going to keep it very, very basic for you guys, just so you don't understand, you know, just the nuances, and just so you can understand what's going on when we use these terms. But guys, hopefully I did a good job, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and also please let me know if there's any terminology that you may not understand fully, and I'll definitely try to do a video on them for you. But yeah guys, peace out, catch you lot in the next one. Peace.